spend a whole lot of money, or really without having to spend any money. So I'm going to share with you during this training today just 3 very simple tips to style your home by shopping within your own house. So, you know, a lot of the times we walk around our home and we don't really pay attention to what we have anymore. We sort of become blind to the items that we have been living with, the things that we already have. We don't really pay attention to really treasures that are in our home and that have the potential to just serve us differently, to show up differently, and to make a statement and to look much more put together, more exciting, and really just to serve in different ways. And so really that's going to be my first tip, is walk around your space, walk around your home with different eyes and just see these things that you may take for granted with different opportunities, with a different perspective, right? Look at them with new eyes and really just walk around the space without thinking about buying something else when that sort of, I like to call it like, it's just like this wave that comes up. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but there's this wave that comes up that suddenly you just decide when you wake up or whatever that you want to redo your room, that you want to change things around, move things around. I know we all do it. And then we might start going through, like, the old way of doing it is go through Pinterest, look at more ideas, or just instinctually go out and drive yourself to some cool place and just buy more stuff. And, you know, on a deeper level, this is part of why so many of us have way too much, because we are addicted to just that quick fix of shopping, shopping, shopping. So today is really about disconnecting from that buy more mentality, consuming more mentality, and really have fun with shopping in your own home. So tip number 1, just walk around your space. You have way too many things that you can use, and just see them with new eyes. And so I'm going to share with you the next 2 tips are going to be about how do you see things with those new eyes. So the second tip, and I wrote myself as always notes to make sure that I don't forget anything that comes up for me as I think of these things. But the second tip is, like, as you see things with new eyes, think of using them in spaces that you wouldn't normally use things in. So really become creative. For example, this week I wanted to change my kids' room a little bit and move things around a little bit. And I was thinking about nightstands for them, that I wanted to make them a little bigger because they have more things than they need. And then I thought, you know what, actually, instead of doing that, I'm going to make their nightstands very simple and small and give them other surfaces to have more things in. And so what I did was I switched the garden stools that I had outside in my patio where I normally would keep plants and brought them into their room to place lamps in, and that was their nightstands. It's just 2 little garden stools with a lamp on each side, and that's all they can hold on the nightstand. They don't need much. We just really have this rhythm for bedtime where they don't really need to put a lot of stuff on their nightstands. And so think of different things you can use in different rooms. What are different types of artwork that you have in your bedroom that maybe would look really good in your kitchen, or maybe would look really good in your bathroom? A lot of times we think of these rooms in, like, function only mentality. So you might think that you want, you know, like a bathroom basket in the bathroom, or things that are sold specifically for those areas. But what I want to encourage you to do, and the way that I style my rooms, is think outside the box. So use different things like garden stools, or wooden stools like stepping stools to put plants in. Maybe use, you know, baskets that you would use in the kitchen, like big baskets that you would use in the kitchen. Use them for the bathroom instead. Move things around. I love using vases that I would normally have flowers in. I love using that to keep my candles in, or maybe even to keep wooden spoons in for the kitchen counter so they look really extra beautiful. And so also think of repurposing containers and bowls and trays. I talk about cake stands a lot, and anything that would normally be decorative, think of them in using them for functional things. So in my kitchen, for example, on my counters, I like to make sure that everything I have on the counter serves obviously for whatever I'm using it for, but also serves as a decorative piece. So everything I'm putting anywhere has to be in a way fitting in with the decor of the room, because everything you have on a surface is decorating your space. So if you think of Kleenex boxes or hand sanitizers, or you know, even spray bottles for like room sprays, or if you use, you know, anything like that for fragrance in your rooms or in your bathroom, think of the container it comes in. It's decorating your space whether you see it or not. So I love playing with that and sort of repackaging those things that I might use on the day-to-day. Maybe I'll have like a nicer soap bottle for my body lotion, so that the bottle is not just the traditional plastic bottle it comes in, but instead it looks really nice if I just put it on my nightstand. It looks cute enough, right? The same, like I said, vases. I use like ice buckets, like this really beautiful silver metal bucket that I have for ice. I use it for my spoons for cooking, and my spatulas, and all those sort of functional gadgets, and it looks really, really nice. So that would be my recommendation, is think of how you can bring new life to these items that you see every single day, and where can you place them differently? What room can you switch them to? And that will be in its own a really creative way to use it. And then the third tip is, you know, how can you repurpose it or really give it new life by adding paint to it. And this is something I basically do every single time I'm thinking about redecorating any rooms, is how can you make it fit the purpose that you want it to fit, and how can you make it go with the style you're trying to create. So my go-to, if you've seen some of my rooms, if you've seen some of the designs that I've done, if you've seen some of my own home, is always spray painting things white or any metallic color. I love mixing metallic colors in anything. I don't only stay with one metal. A lot of people ask me this. This is a huge, huge question, and I probably could do a training on this individually, but you know, gold and silver and copper, I mix all those three, and in fact I have all those three colors in pretty much every room in my home. So don't be afraid of going neutral with either painting something white. I paint plant pots, tables, garden stools, bar stools, vases, wooden bowls, books, dried foliage, dried flowers. If you can find a way to just use that same item by simply spray painting it white or any of those metal colors, I assure you that you can now use that same piece in many different rooms, and you can actually create this sort of cohesive style within the color scheme in all of your rooms. So those would be my three main tips for styling your home by shopping your own house. You don't have to buy more stuff. You can do your part in helping the planet by buying less, and you can also get that instant gratification of decorating and redoing these rooms in a much quicker way. You don't have to get out and buy new things. You can just actually get up and have fun creating this space that you're wanting to have as a sacred home. So I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Ask me any questions you have. If you want to post pictures about what you're, questioning whether this goes in this room or not, always feel free to send them to me. I love it when you guys engage me in your process by using these videos, but also by sending me those pictures of what's coming up for you. It's usually something that takes me not a lot of time to respond to. So go ahead and feel free to do that. I'll see you guys next week for another training here on the group. Also, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. I'm adding all these trainings on there because at some point all these trainings are going to move to the YouTube channel. So I would really encourage you to keep stay in the loop and stay connected by subscribing, and make sure that you're adding your friends to the group, that you're inviting them to join and to stay in this sort of sacred home vibration. So let me know if these tips are helpful for you, and have fun treasure hunting in your house. See you guys later. Bye.